We're live. And good evening. Welcome to another podcast of bridging the gap between black women and black men. And today we have a lot of guests. We have is that Josh Dub? Hi, hi,
Just
hi,
Dub.
huh?
Just.
Just Dub.
Yeah.
Um, and we have Erica. So um, we're gonna get this thing started. We got more guests that's coming on, so as they click in, we'll connect them. Okay, so today's topic is called love or loyalty. John, you picked this title, you and lovely Erica. So with that being said, why don't you start the thing off?
Uh, it's mainly just about, do you prefer love or loyalty? Would you prefer somebody to love you or be loyal to you?
I think if someone loves you, they will be loyal to you. I think they go hand in hand. But I think like a big thing of it is like, does someone love you just because they are loyal to you? Like,
I disagree. I strongly disagree. They don't go hand in hand, and you ain't loyal to somebody just because you love them. Like, I could love you and still do something hurtful to you. I could love you and still, disrespect you and talk behind your back. But if I'm loyal to you, I'll never do that. Like, I got your back no matter what.
I see that kind of.
I'm telling
But
all the way.
I don't know, maybe it's just me as a person then, because if I love someone, I'll be loyal to them. But I guess not everyone's like that. Everyone's
In
not
what
just.
way though? Because there's different levels of love too. See, you talking about in love. Like if I'm in love with you, I'm loyal to you. I got you. Like you ain't got to worry about nothing. But if I just love you, like if I got love for you, then yeah, I can still go behind your back and do shit.
So are you defining love based on rumors?
I'm defining love is love. Love is it's a strong feeling. Like I feel I care about you.
And
Like
So
you care about them.
I
it
think
don't stop you from doing anything. Like trying to explain it. A lot of people could say I love you and still do something harmful to you. You get it? A lot of people could be like, "Oh yeah, I love you," and turn around and go do something behind your back.
Then in
But if
that
I'm loyal
case,
to you, you ain't never got to worry about that.
but in
what
that case, I feel like they're just lying about loving you and they don't really love you. Because if they love you, they're not going to hurt you.
What kind of love are we talking about though? You talk about like me and you being homies, I love you, or
No, but even like friends, like if your friends love you like they say they do, they're not going to do anything to hurt you. They're going to have your back. Well, kind of.
but let me play devil's advocate here for a minute because it seems it appears to me that you know we all have a different definition of love, and some people's love is a little bit more profound and valid than others. But the sad reality that we must come to a conclusion about is that love is a form of emotion. Okay, you can define it many ways, but how it's
there
applied
we go.
is the key. And that's what I think you're talking about, John. It's the way it's applied because
Yeah,
you're saying, if I love you, I would never be disloyal to you. I would never slander your name or say things. But you have people that's been in relationship for years still do disloyal things, but then they still stay in love. So,
yeah.
I just
They
think you
still
should.
deeply in love.
Well, yeah, okay.
They still like, I love you. Like I don't want to lose you. You everything to me, but they still go do some crazy shit behind your back
Yeah.
and really be in love.
Well, I don't know. I still feel like, I don't know. You're kind of right, but
I'm telling you, loyal is loyal. Like if you really got somebody that's loyal and on your team, never got to worry about that.
But let me pose this question to you. How many people that you know, and I'm not going to even use friends because that's the kind of strong terminology you use. People that you associate with, whether it be in the workplace or in your personal life, that you know that's actually loyal.
3.
That's what I'm talking about. So it's not a lot of people. We don't live in that world, you know. So we got somebody that made a comment. So I'm gonna put it up on the board. Can you see it?
Yep.
So just so you know, Stacy is my cousin and she's like my little sister. You know,
Yep.
we have a real strong bond with each other, always had. She's like my confidant, you know, when I was going through some things in my marriage. You know, she was the one that was always there. She loved me and actually stayed loyal to me. And even though I didn't want to hear certain things, you know, she would tell me, you know, I know you're gonna get mad, Pete, but I'm just tell you this anyhow. You know, so you don't find too many people like that, John, in the world today. You know,
You don't.
there's so many fake and fictitious people that hide behind that fallacy. Oh, I'm real. And whenever I hear a person say that, I really start watching them. You know what I'm saying? Because actions precede words any given day or any time. I can tell you I'm loyal to you, and then all you got to do is watch my actions.
Exactly.
You know, I
Okay.
think,
Nah,
you
I'm
know,
all the way with him.
a lot of people don't look at life like that. You know, it's like I like to call it the microwave world. That's the era and generation that we live in because everybody wants things like this. So the principles and the moral fibers of society has deteriorated because people are so caught up in this modern day thing, this terminology, that they forgot the old tradition. See, the old traditions work. They may have been a little slower, unattractive, but they work. They kept families together. They kept couples in love. You know what I'm saying? People respected each other. You know, I remember a time, and I don't know if y'all do, we can go to work and leave our doors unlocked, okay? Because we had loyal neighbors that loved us, even though we didn't interact all the time, but they had enough loyalty to watch our homes. Leave your door open there and go to work. And all it takes is one of your neighbors to see it and one of the family
Mm-hmm.
members come over. Then this is where the betrayal and disloyal come in. You know, them people go to work every day and leave their door open, and they got guns and money in there. Oh yeah, they coming up in there to get that.
All day.
Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. You know, so you know it's excuse me. People, in my opinion, and I'm kind of analytical person, John. You know, I sit back and I think a lot. You know, and we talked about this a couple of times at work. And the way I see the world today through my eyes, and I'm talking about through my eyes, you know, it makes me cry on the inside because I don't understand how we come to this point. We supposed to be progressing, evolving, but actually we're regressing and we're going backwards. I don't care how modern times become, we're not up with times. We're going backwards because of the way we think. Everything that people sacrifice to build, the new generations are destroying. Society is deteriorating. You know, how do you think they come up with these movies like The Purge and stuff like that? These are things that's going to happen one day. And people ain't even prepared for it, John. They're not even prepared for it. So, how do we protect our families? How do we love our families and stay loyal to our families? How do we do that?
I feel at the end of the day, no one is 100% loyal.
Wrong.
Like,
Wrong. Wrong.
I don't
Well,
think so.
let's hear it
Because,
out.
no, I'm saying, like,
Hey, look, I'll give
even,
you the perfect example that you was
can
there
I
for.
finish my thought for
That
one
you was hold on.
second?
That you was there for though. On the 4th.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
That was loyalty, right? What you seen from my sister?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm saying that's
She
your
never
sister.
changed since then, right? It's people that's 100% loyal. It's your character. It's how I feel about you.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is like no one's 100% loyal. Let's say they'll be 100% loyal to you. Doesn't mean they're going to be 100% loyal to the next person. Like
Oh, I don't
it.
gotta be. I don't owe the next person nothing.
That's
I
what I'm
don't
just
loyalty.
saying.
It don't work like that. If I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal to you for a reason. Like we that close. We got that understanding. I know I'm loyal to you. You loyal to me. We got that. But I don't have to be loyal to everybody.
So if you're saying that, it can easily be misconstrued that your loyalty is conditional.
Yeah.
Think about
No,
So-
I'm not saying it's not. It is.
it. So would it be right for you to put emphasis on loyalty when you're giving loyalty conditionally?
I'm not giving it conditionally to the people around me. Like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you all the way. Like ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Like I'm loyal to you. But I feel like what she was saying was you got to be loyal to everybody everybody you come in contact with. Like for me, it don't work like that.
No, that's not true. So why would you make that commitment when people are not going to do the same to you?
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not conditional for this person. Like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
Well, here's the thing. At my age, I've done a lot of things in my life, made a lot of poor decisions. But it's one thing, um, I just got somebody texting me, but anyhow, all of my life, I've always been or tried to be loyal to those people that I consider to be my friend and family. But it's always been the reverse, where every opportunity they got, they showed me their disloyalty. And it's not just so much by words, but by action. Okay,
Same
so
boat.
I just start looking at things more realistically. You know, just because you're loyal to someone don't mean they're going to be loyal to you. Just because you love someone don't mean they're going to love you. Because we live in that time now where people do everything based on ulterior motives. If
Exactly.
I give you $500, you call me and say, Ramon, listen, hey man, I don't like asking nobody for nothing. I know I don't really know you, but I need $500. And even if I agree to give it to you, most cases, not all, but most cases, there's some strings attached to it. So we have to keep that in mind. So who is that, Rocky?
You want over here? Not at all.
Okay, Stacy put this comment on the thing. So I'm gonna let you answer that, Rocky. Introduce yourself, Rocky.
Oh, what up with it? Yeah, my name Rocky. As you heard, I was having problems with my phone, so I made some executive decisions. Called a little audible, which means I'm here in the function live.
If Jonathan ever gets his camera set up correctly.
You probably need to turn your phone to the side or move it back. No, the side ain't gonna work. So you got to move it back so to capture both of
You
them.
said there's comments on here.
Do you think everyone deserves loyalty?
I do not.
Nope, not at all.
Well, she's asking a question.
That's the
So,
answer. Not at all. Not everybody deserves loyalty.
so what do you think, Rock?
Nah, because how you gonna learn? A lot of people get away with their behavior with no punishment. I feel like if everybody ain't hyping them up and giving them loyalty, you got to get striped to that. If you're not the right person, if you're not acting, if you're not behaving like it, at least. everybody could change. But nah, that it's a big slap in the face when people not loyal to you and people not rocking with you. Some people check themselves and say, am I doing something wrong? Or some people just brush it under the rug and don't care.
So would it be safe to say that if I interact with you, to expect you to be loyal to me as much as I'm willing to be loyal to you? What do you think about that?
I feel like it's what you learn in elementary school. Treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want someone to be treat someone with loyalty, and hopefully they'll treat you the same. But if not, then treat them accordingly. Treat them how they treat you.
So
do
you think that exists really in today's society?
Yes, I do.
In certain situations, it depends on your relationship with somebody. Like if you're close to somebody,
so
you're gonna want to be loyal.
Give us a scenario. Give us a scenario on a relationship.
Like in a relationship, if your partner has your back, if they do anything for you, then you'd want to do the same for them. Like act accordingly. If someone would jump in front of a bullet for you, would you do the same for them, or would you push them in front of the bullet instead, kind of thing? Like I just feel like you have to treat people how they treat you, and if they're not loyal to you, then they can expect you to do the same.
Right.
Sound like everybody prefer loyalty though.
Everybody prefers loyalty, but like I said, I don't think everyone's like
Has that capacity, like they could be loyal.
Like, let's say, for instance, you're with two friends and you're loyal to both of them, so-called, but then you have to turn on one of them.
You don't. You never do.
You never know the
sides.
situation.
Who gonna make you choose sides? If you're real, I don't have to. Why am I choosing sides? I fuck with both of y'all.
But if you had to,
I don't have to. When you say, "Oh, because you mess with him, I can't mess with you," then we done. That's it. I'm not choosing sides. Whatever y'all got going on is what y'all got going on.
not even choosing sides. For instance, let's say like someone was in the house trying to kill like either one friend or the other, but you're loyal to both.
That's not a loyalty thing.
Choosing one friend over the other, you're loyal
Somebody
to
in the
one
house
friend.
trying to kill y'all. Just because I help him more than I help him don't mean I'm more loyal to that person. It mean like, all right, well, I seen that I could help him a little bit more. But to me, that's not a show of your loyalty.
So what happened?
No, we're trying to say like
Not we.
no, I'm like if there's two friends and you have to turn on one of them, like if there was a killer in the house trying to kill each of them, but you're loyal to both of them, you're gonna have to be disloyal to one and give them up so that the other one survives.
3 of y'all one killer. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know about that one, but
Would you count that as disloyalty if you turn on one friend to save the other friend?
well, I'm not understanding how you're referencing this, because if you're saying someone's breaking in the house and you got two friends that's in the house, right?
Yeah, but you're loyal to both of them, but you have to turn
Don't
on
have
one
nothing
of
to do with
them.
loyalty. You don't have to turn on
Okay,
anybody.
Are you gonna give yourself up? And that way you don't have to choose either of them?
I got some people who break in, but
Eric, I'm
Yes.
not understanding your reference. If you got two people in the house, somebody breaks in the house. So what do you mean you're gonna turn on one? So you're gonna let one die to save the other one?
Yeah.
Is that so? I'm understanding you correctly.
Yes. So I'm
So
like, would
you-
it be disloyal if
So what if you could only save one?
then you'd have to choose who you're more loyal to? And then would that be disloyalty
not a
to the other, or
loyalty
would
thing,
that
bro.
just be a
Well,
I mean the other option, you cannot turn on either of them and give yourself up, like I said.
Why is that the case? Why we can't just get out together? Always seem to just fight the killer together, whoever it is.
Well, I think, well, I don't think that would be a good example to use. And the reason
Horrible
being
example.
because if someone broke into my house and you and John was in there and my love is equal to both of y'all, it
But is your
depends on where
loyalty
I'm at.
equal to both of
Yes.
us?
In this scenario, it is, yes.
No, hear me out. My love and loyalty is equal to both of you. There's going to be a lot of factors that come into play here. Okay, when the killer comes into the house, where are you located? Where am I located? Where is John located? What weapons do I have in my possession to do whatever I need to do to ward off this threat? So
No, I'm
if
saying like if like let's say they're sitting in chairs
It's not
and
that
they're
cut
like, you
and
could
dry.
save this
It's not
one,
that cut
or
and dry, bro.
it's a
Calm down.
hypothetical thing right now. I'm just
It's
saying,
a
like if
horrible
they were both
hypothetical,
sitting in
bro.
the
You put him in
chair.
a position where he gotta choose. Like,
well,
No, but if there were no factors about where they're at in the house or the weapons used or anything, if they had equal chances to live and they were like both in a chair, you'd have to turn on one to the other.
you don't have to. We all
yeah,
sitting right there. Why we can't do
that's
nothing about it? It's one
well.
killer.
Let's welcome Kawanda to the
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. How you
Hello.
guys doing?
Good.
I was listening in a little bit, so
Well, we're talking about love and loyalty, and Miss Erica has come up with a scenario that I personally feel is not in tune to what you're trying to express, and and the reason I'm saying that, as I tried to explain the scenario, you have a lot of factors that's going to come into place, and it has nothing to do with loyalty. In retrospect, it's about a situation that occurred and how you can maneuver at that time. Because if I can save your life, I will. If I can't, it has nothing to do with loyalty.
right. Okay, I got you.
You know,
Okay.
I'm talking about if I can save John's life and your life is taken in the process of that, I don't think loyalty comes in play there. You know, because
I
I would
agree.
try to save both of your lives, but it depends again, the situation, where I'm at,
Yeah.
what I have available, and what this intruder has. Because if he come in here with a burner and he get the dumping, hey, you and John both might be in trouble.
Right. Exactly.
Because I'm
Exactly.
trying to get out the way. So, you know, but if I have a weapon and I can protect you and save your life and my life in the process, then of course I would do that.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
I'm kind of going back to where I said I don't think anyone's 100% loyal. Like, if someone's put in a complicated situation where they don't know like what to do, I feel like they are more often than not tempted to turn on someone else.
so are you referencing a relationship or a friendship?
Supposed to be right.
So they can hear
I
what I'm
feel
saying.
like relationships and friendships,
Okay,
like
how so?
friendships, if a person is like, I don't know, friendships, people tend to be more disloyal than in relationships, but still in
Disagree.
relationships, you see,
I disagree. Not if you got the right
You
I
friends. Not if
agree
you got
and
the
I
right people in your
disagree.
circle.
I was gonna say I agree and disagree because both. I mean, a relationship, whether it's intimate or a friendship, they're both kind of like relationships. Though you're building relationships with the other individual. So I look at it both as like relationships. Like my homegirl, I have a relationship with her, and so yeah, I agree with you though. To the extent of the relationship, like you were saying.
Yeah, I just think it depends on how well you know somebody, what our relationship is. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think friends can be loyal. Why not? You could do something small, like if somebody talk about my back, come and tell me. Little acts of loyalty like that. You don't have to go out the window and do nothing crazy to prove that you're loyal to me. That is just standing up for me when I'm not around. I can't do it for myself.
Hmm.
I agree with that too.
I will say
Well,
I kind of agree with that. But I still stick with my comment. I don't think anyone's 100% loyal. I'm not saying to one person, I'm saying in general, because they could be like, oh, I'm a loyal person, but someone they have no
I'm
connection
him.
to, you're not going to see them being
I'm him.
loyal to them.
Right. I agree
I'm
with
that
that.
guy. If I tell you I'm loyal to you to a fault, bro. You ain't got nothing to
well,
worry about.
you know what?
But some stranger on the street, you're not going to be loyal to them.
He's a
I'm kind
stranger.
of
Why am I loyal
inclined.
to a stranger?
I'm kind of inclined to agree with you. I see that you're very adamant about it, and I'm gonna tell you the reason I agree with you. Now, the last analogy that you used, I didn't agree with, but what you're saying now, as far as no person being 100% loyal, there's some validity to that because given the situation again, in relationships, people are gonna be loyal to what degree they choose to be. So they may be 100% loyal to one person and 60% loyal to another person. So I'm really inclined to believe. So I agree with you on that.
Right.
Okay, that's cool. But would you prefer love or loyalty? Which one do you like better? Which one would you like?
I would prefer loyalty over love, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because love is an emotion. It's something that people talk about, but they very rarely express. If you love a person, it's expressed and shown through actions, not just your ability to verbalize it. Okay, loyalty is something that people oftentimes show more so than they express. Would you not agree? So, um, I
I'm
would
coming.
choose I would choose loyalty over love because I think loyalty first, love second. They combine, they complement one another, but I think my preference would be loyalty over love. That's just me.
All day.
I feel like my preference would also be loyalty, but I feel like we talked about earlier, like you can love someone and not be loyal to them. But if you're loyal to someone, then there's some extent of love that you have for that person. So with loyalty comes love, but loyalty doesn't always come with love, if that makes sense.
Right. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, you on point tonight, Miss Erica. I like that.
Now, all
John,
of a sudden, my
John better
analogy
give you
before
some
wasn't
credit.
that good, but
What happened?
I said I think you need to give her some credit. She's on point tonight.
Okay.
Bro, she said what I said earlier tonight.
I'm getting in late.
You gotta rewind the tape, rewind the show. She said
you got to
exactly what
word
I
it
said at the
Okay, what
beginning
you
correctly.
of this.
say? I'm into getting into.
She
So
said exactly what I said. That's crazy.
well, that means y'all got a lot in common, huh?
Run it back. Run it back. Give me my props. Run it back. She said exactly what I said.
So, Kawana, what do you think? What do you base your loyalty and love on?
Yeah, because I'm getting in late in the conversation, so I'm kind of thrown off a little bit. But I did think of this when you told me the topic, and I would probably choose loyalty over love as well. You know what I mean? Because I feel like someone, I don't know, to me it goes hand in hand. I don't know how to me the question doesn't, like, you can't compare those two, but I guess because like being loyal is like more of an action. You know what I mean? Like you're doing something to prove this loyalty. So like love
Okay,
is
I'll give
different
you an
when you love
example.
somebody. I'm
Well,
sorry.
shouldn't love be an action word too?
I
Shouldn't
mean
it be
it is, and
something
that's what I
true?
mean. And it
Yeah,
would
it is.
definitely override, like, well, I don't really know how I feel about that.
Love is an action, loyalty is action.
Cause I love,
You gotta
and
show
that's
me
like
you love
number
me.
one. So,
Like
but
it's bigger than
loyalty,
just
like,
saying you love me.
right. I don't know.
Like it's
I'm
an
gonna just
action.
be
You
You
honest
gotta
and
show
say
me.
I'm not.
You say you love?
If I feel like if somebody loves me enough, they're gonna be loyal to me naturally. So I feel like I don't really want to pick loyalty, but it makes sense and I get it, but I don't know. I think love, because if you love me, that just comes with that's a characteristic of what love is.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
saying
how do we
earlier. I was
compare
like,
those two? You know what I mean? It's just hard for me to do it. Like try to compare those two things.
yeah, I was saying earlier, like the same thing. Like if someone loves you, they'll be loyal to you. But they pointed out some good things. Like a lot of relationships, the person loves you or is in love with you, but they'll still cheat on you or they'll still go behind your back and do
Right.
stuff and not tell you about it.
So
Right.
so how is that either love or loyalty?
I don't think it has nothing to do with love or loyalty, honestly. I just think that it has to be a person's habit, you know what I mean? Something if that's how a person is, that's just how they am. I don't think it matters. People be like, well, when he got with her, he was loyal to her. Like, no, I think a disloyal, if you're not loyal, it doesn't matter who you're with. You might be more faithful longer, but eventually, like, it's something that you have a habit of doing. So, like, if you disloyal to somebody, like, if you steal from somebody and they probably, don't catch on, you've been stealing for a while or whatever, like, that's being disloyal too, but before I don't know, I'm kind of like losing my train of thought. I had a good point coming. Like, that's being disloyal too, stealing, cheating, all those things. So somebody has to be like in habit of doing that. Like if you doing stuff like that, that's what you do. I don't think it's like you could love me and still do me something like, that's disloyal, I think. I mean, I've had family do disloyal or friends do disloyal things, but that doesn't mean they don't love you. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to compare those two things together. How
Well,
I think.
we're
I feel
talking
like
about
you made up your mind without making up your mind.
in that
Because
respect.
you just said exactly my point. You could love somebody and still disrespect them. You could love somebody and still steal from them. Like I could truly
Right.
love you to death and still do something behind your back. But if I'm loyal
Wow.
to you, that'll never happen. And like you said,
Right.
if somebody's doing something, that's your characteristic. Like that's a trait that you have to be disloyal. That's not
Right.
everybody though. That's not a loyal person trait. Like if somebody's loyal, they loyal.
Right.
So
Like you guys
basically,
are saying
That
exactly
makes
my
sense
point.
too. Yeah.
If I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal. Like that's in my nature to be loyal. Like if I say, I'm with you, bro. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't no in between. I got your back all the way. But
So in other words,
love
you
is
could be
different. You could
super loyal. I'm sorry. In other words, you could be super
no
loyal
go
to
ahead.
someone and not love them.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think
So
that's
you
the
can
case.
be
I
loyal
think
to
if you're
somebody but
loyal,
not really love
It
them.
don't because look, yeah, I don't gotta love you to be loyal. It's just something like I've been around this person so long and we did so much stuff together, like I got your back, bro, no matter what. But it ain't gotta be no love there to be loyal.
I feel like
Or we come to an agreement about a situation to where if something happened, I got you.
I feel like being loyal to someone, there's some type of love there, even if it's just like oh, I care for you and like I want to see you do good kind of love. But
It's people that I've been loyal
Right.
to that we didn't have no love. We just had an agreement. You know what we doing. I know what we doing. So, what's understood ain't got to be explained. I got you. I'm loyal.
Right. No, I get it. Yep, I agree. But
well,
is that real loyalty though? I don't know.
well,
I don't know.
I
Because I
think,
feel like they go together. I gotta love you to be loyal to you. Like, in order for me to really love you, then of course I'm gonna think about how you feel about my loyalty to you. So it just go hand in hand. Kind of
well,
like this.
let's flip this
I
for a
feel like
minute.
some people put the two together, but you could separate them.
Right.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
from your perspective, John, what you're saying is you can provide a substance of loyalty without attachment of love. But what she's saying is in order for her to grant you that loyalty, she needs to love you first. So you're basically saying the same thing, but in a different way. It's she's saying it from a female perspective, you're saying it from a man's perspective. But then you have to be able to differentiate whether you're talking about a relationship, I'm talking about between a man and a woman, or a friendship, because they're not the same. Even though a friendship is a form of a relationship, as Kawana said earlier, but they're still two
Yep.
different things. And I'm
Right.
more inclined to believe to go with you, to lean more towards you, because if I'm loyal, I'm gonna love you.
I'm grabbing the charger. My damn phone just undid.
You know,
Okay,
so
hold on.
um, I don't know what happened. What happened to John's phone?
I don't know what happened to your phone. I don't know. Yeah, because you're not on the screen right now.
Tap in. Everybody good. Talk to nobody.
I mean, if you guys want to hop on this one, I have it sideways. I have it sideways so you can see.
So what happened?
Fine. He doesn't know.
Okay. I don't know what happened to Kawana.
Phone probably died.
Yeah, her phone died. She said it came unplugged.
Oh, okay.
No, she said she went to go get her charger.
But yeah, back to the subject. I think I'm loyal to a lot of people, John, but I don't love them. I really don't. And you know, some people can say, well, how
All
can you
I'm
be loyal
saying.
if you don't love them? It's my moral character that makes me loyal to them just because of who I am. You know, if you're my
Exactly.
friend, I got your back. But that don't mean I
Got
just
you all the way.
you know, so and I think coming from her perspective is she's saying from a woman's perspective that she have to love you in order to commit, to make that commitment. You know, and that's understandable. I understand that. But you know, with us as men, you know, we base our loyalty first. And you know, it's loyalty then love. You know, I love my
Exactly.
brother, but I'm not loyal to him to some degree. You know, I'm not gonna go and lose my life for him. But then
Mm-hmm.
I got others that I'm loyal to that I don't love like my brothers, and I will put my life on the line for. So you know, it has its balance, man. So you know, when she come back on, I'm pretty sure she's gonna address that. So yeah,
Yeah, I
Rock,
think it's like,
you sitting back there in the back, you not.
I'm listening. I'm hearing y'all.
You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, it's like y'all said, it's two different ways to look at it. Some people gotta have that love in order to be loyal, and some people just know different type of people. At
what did you knock on the phone?
least that's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because each person is assessed differently. It depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm talking about. Well, let's get a little bit more in depth with this because you know we got people that's watching this and we're talking about love and loyalty. Let's talk about love and loyalty in retrospect to relationships. Okay, I'm not gonna ask anybody to use themselves, but okay, you Erica, you give me in your soft spoken tone, give me an example scenario.
okay. Well, first, let me put this thought out there. I feel like it's like last night we talked about how texting was a preference thing and it was based on the person. I feel like this is also based on a person and their thoughts of loyalty and love. Because, like John saying, he can be loyal to people, he doesn't love them. Me, if I'm loyal to someone, then I have some kind of love and care for them. So I feel like since everyone has different thoughts and opinions on that, this person's gonna be like, oh, they're being loyal to me, so they love me. But they're gonna be like, oh no, I'm just being loyal because that's who I am, kind of thing.
And that's John.
Yep.
Okay, so give me a scenario about how you feel you personally would be loyal, and then as compared to love.
I think like even though they don't go hand in hand, if I love someone, like I'm gonna be loyal to them. I'll do whatever to like make sure they're good. But I can't say that because, like I said, everyone interprets it different. Like if I'm being loyal to someone because I love them, then that's how I think of it. But if they're just being loyal to me because that's their character, then we don't feel the same, obviously.
Okay, John, let me ask you a question, John. So I'm gonna kind of put you on blast. So if you feel that way, that loyalty comes before love, who do you love?
His thing froze. Hold on, repeat the question. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Okay, everybody, we having some technical difficulties.
My shit, bro.
His thing froze. Hold on, repeat the question.
I
Oh,
get him,
you are so delayed.
I get him. I can.
Okay.
So
Who do I love?
Here, hold on. Let me see if I can do this.
I'll just go down to one.
Yeah. Oh. Hey. Oh, is that? Hold on.
Unplug your shit then. Like, I don't
Okay.
know.
yeah, that's better.
Okay.
You know, I want to suggest if you're gonna podcast from your house, I think it may be wise for you to get a camera that has that lens like I have on mine that'll zoom out. But let me pose that question to you again, John. If your perspective is loyalty before love, who do you love? No audio. I can't hear you.
In what way? In what way you talking about? Who do I love?
I'm talking about who do you love? I'm talking about like
It's not loyalty
relationship.
before love. It's that I could be loyal to somebody without loving them. Like it
Okay.
goes either way. I can love you and still not be loyal to your ass, bro. But
Right.
like to me, they don't go hand in hand. It just depends on what our relationship is.
So give me an example who you would love and who you would be loyal to.
I can't say no names.
Okay,
If that
don't
makes
say name.
sense. You won't.
Just say like this person. Don't say name then.
I won't. I can. It's people out there that got one or the other, but it'd be weird to be online and be like, oh yeah, I love this person, but I ain't loyal to him.
Well,
Okay.
no, I'm not, no. We're talking about a committed relationship. I'm not talking about family members or extended associates or friends. I'm talking about a relationship.
You breaking up? I can't hear you.
It's your phone.
Shut up. Okay. So I'll give a scenario. So in my perspective, since I've already told you, like, if I'm loyal to someone, I have some kind of love for them. Like, if I'm getting to know somebody, if we're not like at a love stage or anything, but if we're like invested in each other and it's like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna be together, kind of thing, then I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'll be loyal to this person.
So who would that be? Because it's almost like you're being vague and you're generalizing, but I'm asking you something specific.
No.
And you and John are being very evasive. You know, I'm talking about. I know what you're doing, so I'm gonna keep putting the nails in the casket. So, can you be a little bit more specific, please? Give me a
Okay.
scenario.
Okay, for instance,
Relationship wise.
Hey, I don't know about. There's no right answer to your question.
no, I'm just saying, like, let's say I was getting to know a person, like I was like entering a relationship with them, but we weren't at like
Okay,
the love stage.
you
we're in
said
the beginning
that.
stages of a relationship.
You said that.
Like,
Okay,
I'd be
we get
loyal
that
to them
part.
just because I'm like, oh, we're doing this. Like, we're going to be together, so I want to be loyal to them the same way I want them to be loyal to me.
Okay,
But
so again, who would this person be? Would this person be Rocky? Would this person be John? Would this person be Frank? Who would this person be? You're gonna have to log off and log back on because it's your reception wherever you're at. Okay, they're having some technical difficulties. When they log back on, we'll continue. But basically, what I'm trying to ask her is to give me an example of who you love, who you're loyal to, and why you choose one preference over the other. And they're my friends. I love them. They're younger, so you know they're being kind of invasive, but they know what it is that I'm actually asking them. So my thing is this: when it comes to love and loyalty, I didn't pick this subject for tonight, the subject matter, but in my personal opinion, I would choose. Okay, they're back. Okay, we're back.
Sorry, my
So
throat died.
I was trying to create a narrative why you were temporarily gone, and again, you're being somewhat evasive. You too, John, and
Evasive. I just gave you a
being very
scenario.
direct. I'm
I
answering
gave you a
questions directly.
scenario. I said if I was getting to know somebody, if we were in the beginning stages of a relationship, like I might not straight up love them, but there's love there. So,
and
like,
who would that be? Give me a person. Give me a person, a name.
Jesus. Yeah, hey, Jesus, bro. God, the Lord Himself. At the beginning of my journey. We don't name names over here.
Huh?
We never put it in writing, bro.
Well, we're not in court, so you know nobody's. We're not asking you to get on the stand and testify. I'm just trying to.
what if it was a girl? What if it's not even a man?
You like
You
girls?
want her name too?
Do you like girls?
That's not what this topic's about. This topic's about loyalty and love.
No.
Hey, we can't switch the topic mid podcast.
My question is: we're talking about love and loyalty. I'm asking you to give me a scenario. Who would you love more so than being loyal, and why would you be loyal to that person that you love? Who would be that person? I'm not asking you to generalize it. I'm asking you to be more specific. And I know, Erica, you don't like girls, so you know you can miss me with that one right there. So Nice try, though. Very nice try. But
No.
let me give you a
I feel
scenario.
like my scenario was very straight to the point. There was no name involved, but the scenario itself was direct.
Okay, let's put this question up here. Okay, can
Okay.
you see it?
If you're in a relationship, wouldn't one? I mean, that's how it should be. If you love someone, you should be loyal to them, but that's not
In a
always the
perfect
case.
world.
Yeah, that's why so many people get cheated on. That's why people like there's so
What's
much
the other lady name?
backstabbing and who?
The lady that was on here?
So-
Oh, my bad.
So let me ask all three of you. Rocky, are you single?
I am.
John?
Not me, man.
Erica?
Not me, man.
So only you're single, right, Rocky?
Yeah, been single for a while.
Okay, so why, John, you, if we skip over to you, why do you think in relationships, I'm talking about between a man and a woman, why a person say they love you and they're being disloyal?
Some people got like ulterior motives. Some people got things that
Why?
they're doing behind the scenes. You know,
Why?
everybody ain't straight up
Why?
because they want something from you.
Mm.
Everybody
Wait a
don't use that L word and be like 100% with it. Some people just want something.
So if you're in a relationship,
Not me, man.
you're sa-
If I say I love you, I love you. Like I mean that.
okay,
If you got that word out of me, you work for it.
but that's what I'm asking you. So if you're in a relationship, as you say, and you're committed and you're loyal and you love that person, what would make a person be disloyal?
I feel like there could be a lot of things. I feel like everybody's out for themselves. Like if they see
As far as
something-
what, like in one of my relationships or
or in general.
I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm asking you that
what would make
question.
a person be disloyal to me?
Yes.
Nothing. Because I give you the
You
world. I'm gonna
You
give you
sure?
yeah, if you with me, I'm giving you the world. Like there's nothing I won't do to make you smile. You feel me? Like, yeah, we're gonna have our bad days, are good, but I would do nothing to make you disloyal to me. Like I'm gonna show you, like I got you. Like actions
But
speak louder than words. If
okay, well
if you're loyal to me, I'm loyal to you.
let me play devil's advocate. Okay, so what about the people that's in relationship that have the same perspective that you do and give these women the world and they still cheat?
Okay, so you're talking about other people. They're just that type of person. That's in your nature. That's what I forgot her name, but that's what she was saying earlier. That's just your character. You have that in you. Like it's not something new to you, it's just what you do. Like somebody's giving you the world, somebody doing everything you ask them to do, and you still go out and make an excuse to go cheat. It's just something you was already gonna do.
So what if they say they love you?
You can love somebody and cheat. You can love somebody to death. How many videos do you see on the internet of dudes crying, talking, "Oh, I love you, baby. I didn't." He really love her, but you know he's just not a loyal person. Them tears real. He in love, just not loyal.
Not loyal, huh? I don't know, man. I think if Stacy
Thank you, Stacy. I like Stacy.
well, the thing about it is, and I agree with that because I think that was my experience in my last relationship, and you know I tried, as you say, to provide the world, but you know with some people, it's no matter what you do, they don't appreciate it, they don't see your worth, they don't value you. So what they do is it's in them. So they're gonna go out and do what they do. And
Always gonna
so,
find a reason. It's always a reason why I got to do this.
right. Well, they always try to justify their actions, but they won't take accountability. And in the same token, they would try to say, well, I know what I did and I'll take responsibility. But no, you're not. You're not taking accountability for it, because had you taken the time to say, hey, we need to work this thing out because we have a problem in our relationship. So either we work it out or we go separate. But I don't mean I go and have a dude have my heels touching the ceiling while he's knocking my back out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So you know, I'm talking about people. I think today, because of, you know, all the computerized things, and people have so much access to looking things up. It's not like when I was growing up. You know, only thing source of academics that we could resource would be encyclopedias. Okay, so Stacy said this to you. Now people can get on, and this is what I do. I watch people when they talk, okay? And you can, if you have some form of knowledge and you watch people talk, you can tell if they really know what they're talking about. You know, and so many people today, like on all these podcasts, they get on here and I see how men and both women, they talk like they're Malcolm X's and you know, in reality, your life is so screwed up. Somebody told you, hey girl, hey dude, you're on point. You need to get on the podcast. You need to do this and do that. But then as soon as they get in that arena, it's like putting a deer in an arena with a bear. You're only going to be able to bounce around so long, and you're going to get your ass toe up. And that's what happens on these podcasts so many times. I see these women get on here and they got these love affair going with their voices, and they just yeah. Then you get one dude to come through there and slaughter them all. And then the first thing they say, you're bitter. Why am I bitter when I'm telling you facts? You just said something that has no validity to it. And it's the same thing, man, in relationships. You know, I talk to women every day and they want to have a say in a relationship, and that's fine. I'm all for that. But just like a cake, baking a cake, there's more ingredients than just the sugar and the flour. Okay. And if you don't have all those ingredients, then that cake won't bake right. And it's the same thing in a relationship. So many people want to be in a relationship, and then when they get out of these relationships, they take that same garbage that they took from that prior relationship to this new relationship. And with things that's going on in the world today, women are wondering, or they're saying men are no good. But women outnumber men 7-1. Men, if you do the statistics, look up the statistics in relationships, women are more likely to leave relationships, marriages, file for divorce, and break up families than men do. But we're dogs. We lie. We cheat. But the statistics doesn't show that. This is a narrative that people have embraced based on their own personal experiences. And they try to propagate that through their association with their family and their friends and coworkers. And that's the reason when we're at work and I try to talk to people about relationship, I can tell right off. And Erica, you know what I'm talking about. When you was on the cart the other day and I asked somebody, would they participate? And it's like straight out. You know what I'm saying? Because people will sit in the dark. That old analogy, what's in the dark will soon come to the light. Yeah, people are fast to throw rocks in the dark. But now shine a light, you catch them all in that motion. And then they run like roaches. Because people don't want to come to the light. And that analogy is so true, man, because the light exposes your flaws and your weaknesses. So people hide in the shadows and talk. Because that's where their strength lies, in the shadows. But now turn the light on, they become mute. They don't talk. We work in an environment, man, where there's so many people out there for ulterior reasons. How many women come out there, and as soon as they come out there, they're hooked up with somebody that's already been there, that then married 2 or 3 women before she got there. And it's the same thing with men.
That's facts, bro.
You know, so it's like you would think this podcast with the associates that Rocky got, that you got, that Erica got, that I got, people would just be on here if they only did it for one time. But they don't do it. You know why? Because they don't want people to expose their dirty laundry. And see, they don't know whether I'm gonna expose them or not. I may ask them some questions that like, hey, yeah, you got them dirty drawers sitting up on that kitchen counter. Well, let's turn that camera around and see them. You know, because you up in here talking like you Beyonce or somebody, and we know that's not the case.
Mhm.
So when we're talking about love and loyalty, I express my loyalty based on my love for you, because I can't be loyal to everybody. That's just a simple fact. If I'm in a relationship, in a committed relationship, I'm loyal to that woman. Why? Because I love her. And I know being loyal to her, you know, I'm not, thank you. I'm not gonna hurt her, like you said. But we don't live in that world. That's not a realistic world. You know, when people get together and they show that love and loyalty right off the bat, when they're building, they're coming in with unadulterated feelings and emotions. They're not coming in with games and ulterior motives. You see what I'm saying? Because most people want companions. They don't want a relationship.
Mhm.
And I can show you, well, when we go back to work, I can show you some of the texts from these women that I text. They say, oh, Ramon, I want a good man. I want an alpha male and this and that. Well, you can't say that. And your actions reflect every time we converse, you want to get into a confrontation. You're very uncooperative. Now, you tell me, John, whoever your relationship is, and you rock too, you've been in a relationship, you want a woman that you can not only relate to, but that's cooperative. Now, I'm not talking about a woman that you can just dog out and walk on. I'm not talking about that.
Not submissive, cooperative. We get along.
Cooperative. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to use the submissive because it's always misconstrued.
Yeah.
But as a woman, you know your role, and your role is to be submissive to your man.
I say it like this. I want somebody I can talk to. Ain't nothing bigger than a conversation. I tell everybody that. Like, if we can't sit here and talk it out, if you just want to yell and you just want to talk over me, like, what's the point? Like, I want somebody I can talk to.
Well, once again, man, it's like I said, love and loyalty was a good topic. I don't know, man. You know, at my age, you know, I'm 61 years old, and I see things a lot different based on some of my experiences. And I know oftentimes people misconstrue my character based on the energy that I personify, you know, and I'm talking about work, because people see me and the first thing they judge me by is my side. But what they don't understand is, just like I got this size, you can get that size too. If you're defining me based on me lifting weights, then you should define yourself as not being a man, because I'm flesh and bone just like you. But they don't look at things like that. Oh, this guy, he's outspoken, he's a bully. So the first thing they want to do is put a title on you to discredit who you are. And it's the same thing with this love and loyalty thing. When people choose to cheat, they don't want to take accountability, so they justify and they try to use everything around them to justify the actions that they just created. Does that make sense? You know,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
I commend
valid.
anybody that comes into a relationship with honesty and sincerity and can build from that, because you're not bringing no fallacies in and no lies and no drama. you know, you truly want this relationship to work. But most people don't want that. They want a companion. They want to fuck me, you know, or what do you call it? Friends with benefits.
Or they just like the idea of having somebody at home. They just like to be
Exactly.
able to say, I got this person. Like
So,
it's good. It's good to,
Yeah.
you know, what do you call it? You're just like a token, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend. It's good to say, I got you at home.
Oh, like a trophy.
A trophy. You a trophy. Like, oh yeah, I got that. Like, oh yeah, you married? I'm married too. But I don't really care about you. I ain't loyal to you, you know. Might love you a little bit, but some people just want a trophy. Some people just want somebody to say they got somebody.
right.
To brag to
Well,
others, like,
Yeah.
oh, I have a family. Oh, I have a house. I have this and this and this. Even if they don't love them. Like, I have a friend, absolutely does not love her husband, and she shows it every day. But she'll brag about him to other people, like, oh yeah, I have a house and like 5 kids and a husband and all this. But she'll do anything to get out the house away from them, the kids and her husband.
Some people do it for other people. Some people live their life for other people.
I can't do it, man. So
That's a hard job.
yeah, I'm gonna keep mine 100. So, you know, I'm going through some things right now, you know, that I'm not gonna put out on this broadcast, but you know, I deal with it to the best of my ability because it's one thing I know about me. My heart is true and it's pure. You know, I've never been a scandalous person. You know, I am who I am. Like you, John. If I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal to you. If I mess with you, I mess with you. You know, if I don't, yeah, I don't mess with you. You know, I walk past people every day at work, and I don't even speak to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not important to me. I know you get down, and it's not that I don't, that I dislike you. It's just I watch how you move and rock around there, and that's not how I get out. So I stay my distance because I'm not going to be disrespectful or rude. But that interaction will never happen because I don't see any loyalty or love manifested from us being in a relationship. You know, so it is what it is, man. But we're past our time, man. I would like to thank you, Rocky. I'd like to thank you, John, and I'd like to thank you, Erica, for tuning in. And I don't know, I'm gonna come up with a hot topic tomorrow. A hot topic. See, because I know you two get y'all stirred up. Yeah. So with that being said,
me and Rock. You talk about me and Rock?
No, I'm talking about you and Eric. Yeah, and Rock too, you know. So and we got to get Lunchbox on here and Kawanda. I'm pretty sure she's watching. So with that being said, I'll see y'all Thursday at work. Because we don't work tomorrow. Do y'all work? You do show duty tomorrow? Yeah, me either. So I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, but thank you again, man, from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of you.
Have a great night.
Thank you for your support.
Love you too.
Yeah, and I know us together, we're gonna make this because every time we come on, we get more and more support. So if you can, you know, this is on Facebook, reroute it, link it to your followers, your friend. But John, I know you got a lot. I already been on your page, so you know, yeah,
What
I've
about
been
me? What am I?
you know, I haven't seen yours yet, but if you can just reroute it, encourage people to tune in, you know, to support us, and we need more women guests. Okay, so if you know somebody, Erica, you know, they don't have to be on here. I know people got busy lives and they can't be on here all the time, but if they can show up periodically, you know, and give their perspectives, then people like to embrace more than one perspective. You know, I can stay on this podcast and talk for 2 hours by myself, nonstop, you know, and won't even. But that's my perspective, and my perspective don't guide the world. So, but people are more inclined to embrace more perspectives than one. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna bid you all a good night. Please be safe, and I hope to see you soon.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right. God bless.